Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Himanshu Mahobia, and today we are going to discuss feasibility analysis. The objective of today's session is to understand how to convert an idea into a business. And for that reason, we are going to discuss, first of all, what is feasibility. Secondly, we are going to discuss the three different types of feasibilities: technical feasibility, market feasibility, and financial feasibility. Yeah. So let's start. Yeah. So feasibility has been actually derived from a French word known as feasibility, which means possibility, which talks about the works which can be done easily and conveniently. An idea may be something which comes out of your mind. It is the result of your creativity, imagination. A number of people have great ideas, but they don't have great business. McDonald's was a great idea, but it was converted into great business by Ray Kroc. Similarly, you'll find Mark Zuckerberg had a great idea which he converted into Facebook. Elon Musk had a great idea which he created into Tesla. Bill Gates had a great idea which he converted into Microsoft. But there are still many Bill Gates, many Elon Musks, many Warren Buffett, many entrepreneurs who are not able to convert their ideas into great businesses. So if you want to convert your ideas into great businesses, what you need to look at the feasibility of idea, but it does not mean that every idea will be possible. Yes, but the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is that the successful people look at what is possible. No, they don't look at what is possible. They look at what is impossible that can be made possible. The big businesses which are known worldwide, including Apple or including Microsoft or Yahoo, they have developed great products because of the reason they had thought of not possibility, but they have thought of impossibility and think how to make impossible ideas possible. Right? So here we need to understand that you can dream a lot. You can dream a lot. So if you have watched, certain cartoon characters like Doraemon, they create time machine, they create big light, small light, they create anywhere door. These ideas are very good. But people will think you are dreaming, you are imagining. Now, we need to see at how to make this possible. So when you look at the biography at an entrepreneur like Elon Musk, he looks at how to make these ideas possible. If you want that we want to go from one destination to another destination quick, Elon Musk created hyperloops. Another idea, you think that I think something and something is present in front of me. So Elon Musk created his venture called as Neuralink, which is actually generating chips made to be installed in the brain of the people, and through those chips a person will think and the sensors will work and the things around him, the devices around him will work on his order. That he looks at impossible things, how to make those impossible things possible. Right? So the real meaning of feasibility or feasibility is to make your work convenient, whether you can do it conveniently, whether you can do it easily, whether you can make it a real product. That's a big challenge. It is easier said than done, but it's not difficult. It's not difficult. How? We need to do a technical feasibility analysis, and we need to see first of all whether what you have thought, the idea, can be made possible. Now, here I am talking can be made possible, but I am talking from the practical perspective, and we are looking at how to make your idea actually work. Is there any technology to support your solution? If not, can we develop a technology that will support your solution or not? Right? And then, what are the materials, what are the things which we are going to use to make it possible? This involves a deep study. This involves research. This involves spending money, finding out the information. Today we say information is something which is very vital, which create the differences between rich and poor. The more information you create about the technical specifications of your product, the idea which you generated, the more is a possibility that you are able to convert even the impossible product into a possible product. That's technical feasibility. So you need to identify, if you had an idea that I am going to develop a phone which is with sensors and automatically I think and the phone will work on my thought process, you need to think, is there a technology to support this particular solution? This is what Elon Musk has been actually doing for years, right? And so it's years of research. But if you think that you want to be a businessman and you want to convert an idea into a great business within a year, that's also possible. The question is whether you are thinking in the right direction. Are you thinking faster? You can develop a small idea into a great businesses. What Uber has done, what Travis Kalanick has done while connecting the drivers with the consumers through an app-based platform. Can you do it? If you can do, you can make quick business. Right? So, but then you need to look at what is the technology which has to be supported, including GPS, including internet. It's not about whether you are technically qualified or you are not technically qualified. Because the rich people actually develop a business system. They don't believe in creating a product. They believe in creating a system that will create products for them. So if you talk about Jeff Bezos, Amazon is not creating any product. The products are created. Now you say they have created Amazon Eco, but that's not created by Amazon. That is created by their business system. McDonald's is not creating a burger. It is created by their business system. The business system which they developed. Right? And it involves a lot of research. Once you complete your technical feasibility analysis, you start identifying that whether your customer is going to accept your product or not. That's called as market feasibility analysis. We see whether in market enough number of consumers are going to buy your product. That will make your business sustainable in the long run. You need to look at who is your target market. Who is your target market? If you think the idea is practically possible, there was an airline, Indigo airline. Rahul Bhatia started it. But when he started it, he looked at the technical feasibility. Technically it was possible to buy or lease, get the aeroplanes on lease and run it. But whether enough number of consumers are going to fly in your airline was a big challenge for him. So he identified who are the target markets, and for that he launched a low priced airline which was targeted not only at the middle class, but they saw who is going to buy my tickets in bulk, and that's included travel agents, portals like makemytrip.com, yatra.com, etc. There are a lot of portals they started targeting. A lot of travel agents, they started targeting. They started targeting corporate executives. That was the reason majority of the customers actually accepted their business model. Right? So you need to conduct a market feasibility analysis, wherein, first of all, you need to look at who will buy my product, what's my target market. Once you do this, the second is you need to look at, are there enough people in my target market that is make my business sustainable? Thirdly, how much my business is going to run in the future. So they don't look at the present market situation. The businessman has to look at, in the future, are the customers continuing to buy my product or my service or not? And how do I attract them? So they need to give us sales projections and the growth projections. So this is included in the market feasibility. And finally, you need to do a financial feasibility analysis. Financial feasibility analysis, although this topic of financial feasibility analysis is very, very important. This is a very, very important topic, and in this I'll explain you why rich are richer and poor are poorer. And if you have read a book called as Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki has mentioned over there that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer because the rich create assets, the poor create liabilities. And that's the major point of difference between even a successful business and an unsuccessful business. Successful businesses create great assets which generate income for them. Poor or unsuccessful businesses create liabilities which do not create income for them. So we need to analyze, how do we create a balance sheet in which we can buy more of the assets that generate income. If we are getting a liability in our balance sheet, is this liability going to create assets? If the liability is going to create assets, it means it's a good liability, and you should take a loan if the loan will generate income for you. In simple terms, is the loan going to generate income for you? If yes, take the loans. Do you have enough assets to generate enough income? If your liabilities are creating assets which is generating income, but the inflow of the cash is less than the outflow of the cash, then it is a bad liability. Or if the liability is actually creating an expense, it is a bad liability. Right? Now, you need to also understand, while we study the income statements, the expenditures, expenses, and when we talk about the expenses and we talk about the income, we need to look at good expenses and the bad expenses. And good expenses are those which are helping you in generating the income. The bad expenses are those which do not generate income but are spent out of your pocket. That's what you need to look at. Is my business, is my idea going to create assets which will generate income, or it is going to create a liability? If they are going to generate assets, how many years it will take to break even? How many years it will take to generate a net positive cash flow out of the business? If you can do this, then you are a successful businessman. If you are unable to do this, then you are an unsuccessful businessman. The question is whether you are having the spirit of entrepreneurship or not. If you are having a spirit of entrepreneurship, if one idea does not work, another idea will work. If another idea does not work, third idea will work. And that's why I say, and it's also mentioned in the book by Robert Kiyosaki, which says that failure inspires winners and defeats losers. Don't worry of failures. Believe that the success is going to come for you. Thank you so much.